Hi everyone, welcome back to Ancient Egyptian Books. Today we'll be discussing the ancient Egyptian female deity Nephthys. Nephthys was a female deity from the African spirituality of ancient Egyptian culture. She was associated with mourning and funerary rituals. Nephthys was the daughter of Tefnut, who was also the mother of Nephthys' three siblings, Isis, her older sister, and two brothers, Osiris and Seth. The African spiritual of ancient Egyptian culture teaches that Nephthys and her siblings were the first deities to have been created out of mud and moisture on a potter's wheel. Mud and moisture are the symbols representing the ancient Egypt deity Tefnut, so it makes sense that Tefnut children were created from mud. Nephthys was identified as the companion of the deity Seth, and together, they gave birth to Anubis. Nephthys was often depicted as a woman wearing a sleeveless robe and a headdress on his head. The headdress symbolized her role as the deity of peace, tranquility, and rest. She was identified in the ancient Egyptian culture as the comforter of the departed soul. The first time that Nephthys enacted her role as the comforter was during the mummification, resurrection, and incarnation of her brother Osiris. She and her older sister Aset are shown kneeling, their arm raised in a gesture of mourning the mummification process of Osiris. Her emblem, which is often depicted on her head, consisted of the hieroglyph symbol for her name, meaning tranquility. The headdress, which was frequently positioned beneath the ancient Egyptian mummy, supports the mummy's head from damage. It was utilized by the ancient Egyptians as a magic charm to guard against harm to mummies. It frequently had spells written in hieroglyphic script. The mummified body of Osiris was put in a sacred room, where his sisters Nephthys and Aset stayed by his side and awaited for his resurrection and incarnation as the deity of the underworld. The ancient Egyptian culture also teaches that the African deity Osiris, like many other deities, did not die. The Osiris mummification tale was only a symbolic procedure for enrolling Osiris into the role of the deity of the underworld. Nephthys as the deity of tranquility was often invoked at funeral ceremonies to comfort the dead and support the mourners. Her symbol, the headdress, represented her laps on which the dead rest their head as she helped to guide the souls of the deceased to the afterlife. Unfortunately, the hieroglyphics have not been decoded, despite the many lies offered by Western academia and its institutions to deceive the illiterate people of their ignorance of history. It is unwise for one to claim to have grasped the meanings of the hieroglyphics and to be able to read them. In conclusion, Nephthys was a complex female deity in ancient Egyptian African spirituality, who played a significant role in funerary rites and the afterlife. Her symbol of tranquility in the form of a headdress on her head and her devotion to her brother Osiris demonstrate her multifaceted nature and importance in ancient Egyptian African culture. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting historical content. Until next time, goodbye.